computer without a mouse. I've just found that out. It's a little, little tougher. Look who's here, Casey. It's
Back, baby.
Zachary Daniel Parker. We're his
Junior.
junior contractually
No.
obligated
Oh,
once a month appearance. Locks, you had to fulfill your contract this week and actually show your face. Of course, we all have to show our faces after that collective 3-6 week
Killed it.
last week.
Killed it.
Yeah, we killed our records is what we killed, and
That's
I
right.
killed any hope of actually winning, which looked good for the first 4 weeks. Casey tried to let us back in, Locks, but we didn't play his game.
No, it's a long game is what he's playing. We're playing the let's just burn it up as quick as we can type of game, I think.
We're playing the desperation.
Yeah,
Desperado.
it happens to the best of us gamblers, right?
Yes, more often than not. Jeffrey says, "Good evening, guys. Casey, hope you're feeling better." Apparently, I can't read either.
thank you. I'm feeling all right. Better, definitely better. Sitting here in the dirty Myrtle, enjoying
Yes.
myself.
That always makes me feel better, almost always. All right, guys.
So
we'll
it's
get
a
takeaways.
different funk, Marty. It's a different funk. Sorry.
One of my good friends from high school that played at Coastal Carolina, played baseball at Coastal, actually is general manager of the Caravel. If I don't know where you are related to the Caravel, but anyway, or he was. I haven't talked to him in a few years. He might be homeless now. I'm not sure. All right, fellas, week 8 takeaways. Beef and I were talking about Clemson and Miami before we went live. We're going to let Zach have some of that fun in just a minute if he so wants to. But here's my rundown. Ohio State and Penn State. Yeah, not real exciting. I mean, it was okay at the end, but, man, pretty boring most of the day. Duke had a lead over FSU, and then their quarterback got hurt again, and they lost. Oklahoma, I watched a lot of this game, and they had to come back to beat UCF. That was a really good game. A lot of scoring, close, on and on and on. Texas and Houston, man, I was so hoping for a Houston win, but didn't work out. But I'll have something on the Longhorns later. Utah beat Southern Cal, who I think has given up, and Miami Clemson. Beef and I talked about this, Locks, and I'm pretty sure you agree with our kind of overall thoughts. It was a hard watch.
It was a tough watch, guys. I mean, I had a long day. Let's just start with this. I had a long day on the golf course, which may not have been the most sober. Then you inject that boring football game, and let's just say I didn't see overtime, but I heard about it. It's tough. It's tough.
You didn't make it to your 9:30 games that you bet on last week.
I made it a little further than that, but like I said, once OT came on, I surrendered to the back of the eyelids and didn't see it. But yeah, I saw the highlights or lowlights, as you say. But yeah, that was a tough watch, guys. Tough.
Anything else on those other games? Did you see any of them, or are you just playing golf all Saturday?
I didn't. I didn't see a ton of them. I was listening to the Ohio State Penn State game. It just sounded like a chore. I'm glad I missed it, quite honestly. A lot of talk about what was the announcer calling Marvin Harrison? Something like it equated to a car.
Maserati Marv, yeah.
That's all I heard. Maserati Marv. I heard a lot of that, which was pretty funny. And he sounded like he was the only standout in the whole game. The rest was just beating and bruising on each other. Not a lot happened. I think the Penn State quarterback might not be good. Confirmed. Anybody down with that, or is that just me? I don't know. Okay, good. Just to be sure I got approval on that take, even though I didn't watch the game. But yeah, I mean, what do you do? What do you do if you're Penn State? James Franklin, pretty good, but not great. Like, you're just the third fiddle. I don't know. I mean, who are you gonna get? So it's tough in that spot, but I don't know. Who cares? It's the Big Ten. They're all just beating on each other in the end anyway.
Pretty good until he plays someone good. Is James Franklin's thing. And
someone's got to be third in that conference.
Yeah, solid point. Every year.
every year.
He, by the way, I didn't like the nickname either, especially on time number 74, I think it was. But
Yeah, wore
dude,
it out.
I put him in the prize picks. He brought home some money. It was like I sent you guys on the text. It was the easy button. He had like 9 catches in the first half, and I
Yeah,
was like, "Oh, wonder if he's going to go over." He went over. He doubled. He more doubled yards. So, yeah.
that's excellent.
Your take on last week's games?
Uh, my take was the Ohio State Penn State game was a tale of terrible quarterbacking on both sides, really. But unfortunately for Penn State fans, Ohio State has 1-8 catching passes, so you just have to throw it in his general vicinity. Although he did have what I counted as 4 drops, I think he probably officially had 3 drops in the first half. But he was dropping balls, but they weren't necessarily close. It's balls that he should be catching, but Drew Aller is not good. And here's the story of my Saturday. And I told you before the show that the Clemson game was unwatchable for me, and that's something like I sat in the stadium for 70-33 against West Virginia till the last buzzer. I stayed up late last year and watched that blowout between Notre Dame and Clemson. Like, I can still enjoy a football game even though my team's getting their butts kicked. That game, even up 10 in the fourth quarter, was a difficult watch for me. But it started out saying to myself, wow, we are head and shoulders better than Penn State. And it closed out the weekend going, damn, we might lose to Rutgers in the Pinstripe Bowl. I mean, that was my Saturday night.
Oh, I was going to say it wasn't even the weekend. That was all in about like 9 hours, right?
It happened quick.
Yeah. So the nooner and then about 9:30. Yeah.
Yeah. It was some sad.
Because I did see a projection that I did see Clemson, Minnesota in the Pinstripe Bowl, and the other prognosticator said Rutgers versus Miami or something in the Pinstripe Bowl, and I'm like, that could very easily swap, and we could get a Clemson Rutgers bowl game if Clemson even qualifies for a bowl after these next couple weeks.
We'll get there, right?
These are the 6 and 6 days of football. I had the Pinstripe Bowl. 2005, 18 years ago, one of my Texas alum friends, I said, hey, I think Texas and Clemson might play in a bowl game. And it was, whatever, the Cheez-It Bowl or something like that. And he turned his nose up at it. And I said, man, that'll be a great bowl. And now I know how he feels. I know it took me all these years to understand, right? I'm the snob now. I'm the college football bowl snob. Yep. But Cheez-It Bowl. Who wants to watch that crap, right?
Well, I guarantee, like the Sun Bowl or whatever, like the second tier ACC bowls. I guess they're all pretty much second tier ACC bowls. But I guarantee there's one that pits the ACC and the Pac-12 together that is dying for Clemson, Oregon State, and we're just not gonna pull our end of the bargain.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Wouldn't it be hilarious? All right, Clemson and NC State. One of us has a bet on this game. I almost bet on this game, but I didn't want to bet against Clemson, and that was going to be my bet. Beef, have you done any research on the Clemson NC State?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, we'll skip that.
Enough said.
Maybe
no. I mean, I do have. NC State's defense is really pretty good. They still have the linebackers there. They do have Brennan Armstrong, who loves. I'm pretty sure he's colorblind because he throws to the opposite color all the time. And so I'm hopeful that Clemson could actually get some takeaways because Clemson's going to have some giveaways this week.
Giving it.
Dabo said it today in his press conference or yesterday in his press conference about how NC State looks like NC State. I think a little bit is coach speak. I think they really thought they were going to hit with Brennan Armstrong. He has not been good. They've sat him now, so now it's Malik Morris or MJ Morris. MJ Morris is the quarterback, so you're going to get a little running aspect from them. Their running backs aren't as good as they usually are with Ricky Person and guys that they've had in the last couple of years. They do have some receivers still. Obviously, there's the kid that transferred from Clemson. That's over there still. I don't know if he's got many stats, but he's over there. And the defense is still really pretty good, led by their linebackers. So I'm not really that impressed with their front four, but their linebackers fly around. I can't even think of the kid's name, but he's been there 100 years, number 11 on the defense.
Yeah.
middle linebacker. What the heck's his name? But anyway, sorry for that analysis without knowing a name there. But yeah, so I mean, the blueprint's out now to beat Clemson. Wake Forest started it of all people, and with that kind of cloud defense, and North Carolina State plays that cloud defense as almost a base defense. So you're going to have nothing over the top, and they're just going to be reliant. North Carolina State's going to be relying on their front seven to stop the run and try to have Cade beat them, and they're not going to get beat over the top. So it's going to be another dink and dunk game. Something's got to go up front with Clemson, and that running game's got to get going somehow, some way. And you know what? Take the dinks. I know this is my last thing, but I know a couple of years ago we hated the screen pass, and now Clemson fans are dying for a screen pass. So especially as they were getting beat on the offensive line, there was no screens. That's how you beat a good front four, is kind of go about, let them kind of come in, and then you got open field behind them. Should be fun. I'm betting the game. It's another one that I hate, but I'm betting it because at this point it can't get worse. I don't think.
Well, and that's another reason I didn't bet on that game, because you can't trust Clemson. I said it last week, said the week before, unless they have scored, are in the end zone and kicking the extra point. I don't care if they're on the one. And then last week, they don't even have to be down. Yeah, they need to be in the end zone. You just can't trust them. They may score 38 Saturday. They may score 14, right? You don't know what they're going to do and or how they're going to do it. So yeah, that was the kind of the deciding point. I got one other point I'll bring up in the deciding point. So okay, let's do the
Hey, can I mention something too, real quick?
No.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Because I was picking on this last week before I knew where we were going to be on TV this week. North Carolina played on the CW last week, and we were talking about how terrible there's like -4D and instead of high definition. And look where Clemson is this week. Playing on the CW, and we're playing at 2 p.m. where I've made fun of Notre Dame playing before. And so here we are. We're off schedule, playing on a channel that you can't even see half the action on. And that's how far we've fallen. Plus, we still have North Carolina, South Carolina, and Notre Dame ahead of us. So I'm really pumped for the rest of the season, guys.
Well, apparently the C-Dub does its research and watched Clemson Miami, or the ACC Network did. Yeah. Somebody watched Clemson and said, C-Dub.
Don't put them at 12. Don't put them at 3:30. Put them at 2.
2.
Nobody will see them. Maybe it was Dabo said, put us at 2 so nobody will know where it'll be half over before anybody tunes in. Yeah, I know. I actually know where the C-Dub is on my dial. I can't believe it. I do.
That makes one of us.
It was something else last year, but they still showed ACC games. And so I tripped across it. Instead of having to watch on ESPN Plus or whatever, I could watch them live. It was really scary, but yeah, the C-Dub is.
It's great because I'm going to be able to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer reruns into One Tree Hill reruns into the Clemson game. Like my Saturday is set.
Now, no lie. So the C-Dub is the channel that shows Live Golf. The not PGA.
Right after the game.
You can't watch golf on the CW because you literally cannot see the ball. It's so blurry, guys. I swear to God, you cannot watch it. It's just a complete joke. It's pretty electric TV all around, very much so.
Don't make me listen to Don Munson. I mean, that is like literally what my least favorite thing on the planet.
Get it fired up because it's tough. It's tough to go, dude. Not good.
Do we know who the announcers are, Casey? Is it really Don Munson, or
it better be Mike Hogwood? It better be Mike Hogwood. Roll him out of the casket and get him up there.
He's been dead for 30 years, but
yes, I mean, it has Jefferson Pilot written all over it, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
And Palkovich, Mike checks in, and that's
good to see him.
Mike. We need a little bad luck. We haven't had enough of that already.
Yeah. Please, just pile it on us. Well, good. So the favorite. Oh wait, we're the favorite this week. I was going to say,
that's subject. Yeah,
we're not. We don't have a real good chance. All right, let's talk about the poll from last week.
No, that was 2 weeks ago.
Okay, let's try the one from last week. Nope, that's
next.
The thing. It's the one that says
where's the
poll
producer?
Results. It's the one that says poll results, moron. So I ended Iowa's hopes of an 11-1 season by saying they'd go 11-1. Locks forced Tennessee to choke. But Casey,
they were kind of playing that thing too for a minute. Jeez.
If you talk about bright spots last week, I can think of one of them, and Casey the Beef Keegan called it not by name, but my goodness, what a day.
I didn't mention 9 at all.
Playing fast and turn with the loose receiver. I think you did say, though, it might be a running back, it might be a wide receiver, it might be a tight end. I think you said that. What a day for Jake Brenningstool. My joke was he's going to have a great year next year at Georgia when he hits the transfer portal. Anyway, it was a great day for Brenningstool. He made some catches, and I'm going to post some on X tomorrow in a little clip today. But what a great day for Brenningstool there, Mr. Beef.
He was great. I mean, Clemson fans have been looking for separation from a wideout, and they haven't really received too much of it. I told you before the show, I thought Bo Collins down the sideline had a step or two and was kind of being held slightly by the collar on both of those long plays at the beginning of the game. But Brenning still had a step, and he actually sat inside his zone. Like his long catch and run was he found a soft spot. And that's what we've been talking about and hearing about Jake Brenningstool for 2 years, 3 years now. So he's out of the Davis Allen shadow. He's got to step up a little bit more. And hey, if he's the safety valve, use him. I mean, he's a mismatch. He's fantastic, and he's got great hands. Even the catch that he probably should have had in the end zone, he'll make that catch 9 times out of 10.
He's a tough matchup with those long arms, man. He can break a tackle too. So
he's 6'8", 6'7", 6'8", and he can run like a deer.
Mm-hmm. Yep, use him, man.
You got to use him.
Looking at the cutting the highlights this morning, I noticed they were saying how true it is. I don't know, but they were saying the guy that covered him was 6'5", and he looked small.
He looked tiny, didn't he? Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. It was pretty wild, but that was the bright spot, and he'll probably have like 3 catches the rest of the year. Can you tell I'm a little down on the team?
Who is it?
Here's last week's results. Not very many green checks, 1 apiece. We try and spread the losses around. Zach lost Minnesota, Iowa over 32.
That hurt.
And Stanford could not do it either. Arizona State saved you late. I lost with Clemson, painful, but I also lost earlier in the week with Sam Houston State to FIU. Yes, the team with no wins. I bet on them, but I bet the under. Alabama money line was the only thing that saved me, and I got the side eye from Locks on the -350 going for that. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, when you're starving, when you're starving, you don't ask for filet mignon. You just take what they give you, right? And the Beef lost with Penn State, who I'm sure he'll never bet on the game again after seeing that quarterback play. He bet on Pitt. This is the guy leading this crew.
That was questionable.
But the hometown team, Rutgers, saves the Beef from a shutout. Saves him from a perfect season.
Are you 6-1 with Rutgers or 5-1? Something they've only lost. Is it 0? 6-0?
Lost to Michigan, right? It was like I think I have a loss there. I think I bet Rutgers against Michigan and to cover, and they didn't.
Yep, pretty good horse to ride.
Wait a second.
They're off this weekend, or else I would have got them.
Oh no!
I'm checking the bylaws.
And the next week's Ohio State.
Yeah, it says 6 wins is all you can bet.
Max, we're gonna have to take some money back, Marty. I think
that is official. And here
illegal wins.
And I put up the old standings because, man, what did I do this afternoon? Was I drinking? I got them right here. Yes, I was. Thanks, Casey, for letting me know. Scoreboard. Okay. Locks is 10, 12, and 2. I'm 13 and 12. We'll get to that in a minute. Beef is 15, 8, and 1. I have one more game than everybody else because I bet on Liberty last night. Yeah. Another side eye from Locks. Shocker, right?
Absolutely. Shocker. On the Tuesday, I didn't even know where to find that game. So well
what
done.
are you talking about? You were texting me saying you're going to lose. You're going to lose.
I didn't know where to find it on the app to be able to figure out where. I was like, it's going to be on TV because it's the only thing it's on. But yeah, impressive though. Good research to dig that one up.
Locks is $4,544 behind. I am almost twice that much. I'm $8,500 behind.
That happened quick too, Marty. Jeez.
Yeah. The Beef, and that's with my big win last night. The Beef is 15, 8, and 1. And so here's the deal. It was the first game on the schedule. Actually, it was the second game. I think there was one before it, but that played last night also. But Liberty was 7-0, and I thought, I bet I can't even jinx Liberty, right? And I came close. I came close. But I did not bet. I did not jinx Liberty. They looked really good in the second half. They ran for like 400 yards. They were just. They look, you know what they look like? They look kind of like Clemson under Deshaun. Is like, it was 3rd and 12, and they're going, no biggie. We'll just get 17, right? I mean, they ran all over Western Kentucky. So
real questionable though. That was like their second or third possession when I texted. They're on their own 18, 4th and 3, and they went for it
3 times in the first half. And
is that serious? Well, they were on their own 18. I was like, what are we doing here? And the dude got stood up in the line, and he just buried over the defender. So I was like, okay, they're here to play. Yeah.
Yeah, they did a lot of burying the defender.
I think
that
so.
Running back, quarterback, tandem.
Quarterback too. Yeah.
Yeah. Was pretty incredible. And I counted 3, and I was, watching and not watching and flipping the baseball. So I counted 3 times in the first half. They were in there like 3 times in a row on one drive, like they're 38, then they got the first down, then they had to try it again at their 49. And then, like at their 40 something at Western Kentucky, they just ran all over them. Arizona Diamondbacks. Speaking of which, we gotta end this quick because I'm expecting to watch game 8. Serious up there on the TV. I guess that's not happening today, but
the sleepiest World Series possibly ever. I mean, the national ratings are going to be
yes, because
they're not going to be cold. No one's going to be cold.
No, it's a good point.
It's just weird.
Yeah, both teams are pretty good, but
Texas is their stadium, I will say. Parker and I've been there twice, right? 3 times. Nice. Best food.
It's awesome.
It's cool, isn't it?
Did you eat anything there, Beef? They had
I didn't even go in. I was in that Texas Live area outside, and that's nice. And I was able to look in through the outfield glass.
Okay. Yeah. We've been in there twice. The stadium is really nice. Like we sat in center field both times, and we were, I don't know, 3 minutes away from food and bathroom. At the Astros Stadium, it's like 15, and then you got to stand in line. And the food was so much better at their ballpark than it is in Houston. I don't know what it is, but much better. So I don't like the team, but I'm not going to run down the experience of the Texas Rangers. But I'm a big Arizona Diamondbacks fan. KC the Beef Cregan.
Me too. Just long time. It's been like 3 weeks.
It's me. I just started last night, so you got me beat there. All right, fellas, this time, everybody, all 3 people are here to.
I don't think you could have done any worse if you tried.
Oh, I take that as a victory.
These guys aren't doing research, so why should I? Beef, you stink the most.
A true believer in what they're doing in North Carolina. That's why I'm picking Virginia Tech, Tennessee.
I love Spencer Rattler.
I agree with Marty. I don't like this. Look, you smell it, the backdoor cover.
I go first because I'm so far behind, but I'm a little less behind today because, as we talked about, I took Liberty last night. The quarterback and offense was amazing, and they're going undefeated. I don't know who else they play on their schedule. I'm sure it's nobody impressive, But this is not the pandemic year where they have to play somebody good because like BYU doesn't have any games to play.
Right.
I think Liberty's going undefeated. Very impressive. I won that game, and I think I won. I bet I did a beef. We call this the beef special. I bet 780-71, thinking I would lose and then I'd have a nice even number. But no, I won, and I got $780. Excuse me, 709.74 positive for me, and my record is now 13-12. Locks, your first pick.
I excuse me there. I am going to go down to the cocktail party, everybody's favorite neutral site down in Jacksonville for Georgia versus University of Florida. I got Georgia in this one, even though they've lost their uber talented unicorn tight end for a few weeks, getting the what's the procedure called? He's getting on the foot or the ankle, the tightrope surgery or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, he's going to get. He'll be back in a few weeks. He'll be there for the playoffs. But Georgia still an excellent football team. Florida still a very, very poor defensive football team. That's why I don't think that this one's going to be terribly close, especially in the second half. Florida allows 217 yards rushing in their two losses this year. I expect more of the same. I'm sure that's going to be the blueprint that Georgia's going to follow. Georgia's won the last two by over 24 points, so I think they'll cover it. So I haven't even figured out how much I'm going to bet here. Give me 650 on this one for Georgia to cover.
It's minus 109, by the way. 650 for a lot.
You figure that stuff out later after I win.
It's easier when you lose. I just take.
I know.
I just take. Beef taught me that a couple years ago when he screamed at me. Beef, your first pick.
Why do I gotta go second? I'm in first place. Oh, I'm just kidding. Oh, it's because you went. I'll be honest. I was so used to going first for the past 2 years. Like, this is really weird that I have to
confuses you.
Yeah. My first game, actually, I'm going to go right off the top. I'm going Clemson minus 10, and there's literally no reason or any sort of statistics that make me believe that this is a good pick. I don't know why I did it. I saw it early. I thought the line would move a little bit. I saw it at, what did I say, 9 or 10?
Yeah, you jumped on it early. That was the first thing you said.
I think it was 9. I think it was minus 9, and I went 10. So Vegas is usually pretty good. You know, at some point it's going to click for the Tigers. I'm hoping it's this weekend. Clemson minus 10, go 330.
Ooh, strong.
I'm at 997, 30. Like my head's exploding.
330.
I'm hoping that it doesn't click in April during the orange and white game for Clemson. You said at some point it has to click. Okay, never mind. All right. My second game, Fresno State, UNLV. It's a battle of 6-1 teams. I had to go out west. I couldn't take the Tigers. So Fresno State, UNLV, 6-1 teams, but one is at home and one is much better. I'm going with the Fresno State Bulldogs. And I also didn't figure out how much. I know Locks thought I was going to try something funky here. And
you're so judgmental against me, Marty. I don't even know where you get this.
Yeah, maybe it's a text I get during the week.
Okay. That's the other guy.
I'm gonna go. They're minus 106, so this is a Marty special. Let's go 636 Sluggo bucks. That'll bring me 600.
Quick math.
When I win.
Quick math.
Locks, your second loser of the day.
That's right. Here to entertain with losses. I'm going to go with Southern Cal. Southern Cal, lost 2 in a row now? Caleb Williams, after just having 2 terrible games in a row. I think last week I said that he wouldn't have 2 in a row, but he did. After getting made fun of by a Notre Dame fan and then picking on him, making a fool of himself. I think he gets right here. He's back. They're so back. Playing Cal. I mean, does Cal have a conference next year?
It's a good Cal team. Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
Exactly. USC still in it for potentially getting to the conference championship. That's about all they got to look forward to. That and the Heisman Trophy that he probably lost as well. So I don't know. Lincoln Riley is just took the blueprint from Oklahoma out west. You would have thought that they would have recruited a little better on the defensive side, but here we are. I just think Caleb Williams is he's just gonna pull it together. So 11 points isn't huge versus a Cal team that I don't know enough about. Put me down for 1,000 on this one, boys.
I love it because
we're back. We're coming down hard. We're going to get the beef.
You have not heard the news about Lincoln Riley, have you?
Nope.
He's sick, and he hasn't been in practice in 2 days. Now, he's
COVID?
not playing quarterback, which is, I don't know. They didn't say, but somebody, one of those talking heads today said, how sick do you have to be as a college football coach? Said, Hugh Freeze coached from a hospital bed.
Yeah, right?
And this dude's not even going to practice on Tuesday and Wednesday or Monday and Tuesday. I don't know. So they didn't say what it was. They just said he's sick. He might have been sick of losing. He didn't say, but he hadn't been to practice in 2 days. So
very Marty of you not to bring that up before I picked. I appreciate it. Very nice.
Oh, I forgot all about it.
You turd.
He's been drooling about it.
Doesn't matter.
What's it matter? He's not playing quarterback. You're probably going to win 1,000 Slogo bucks. Well, actually, you're going to win. It's minus 111. You got some weird ones. So
yeah, I saw that. It's kind of weird.
$898 or something. Beef, your second pick.
Virginia, fresh off a win against North Carolina in shocking fashion. Forget the fact that they've lost by 20 against all the good teams they played, except for North Carolina. They're going to cover 19 points this week at Miami in that House of Horrors in front of 25 people. Yeah, powerfully sick of watching this team play. Virginia plus 19 at Miami. Give it to me all day long. That's a big number. Miami doesn't give up much from the run, and Virginia, all they can do is run. So really, this isn't a good pick. Virginia plus 19, 330. 330. It's going to be a common theme, Marty.
Oh, here we go, Marty. See, he's starting to figure it out. He doesn't really have to even bet.
He got lucky.
No, it's coming. I got a couple more weeks. I'm biding my time. Before that, I'm going $5,000 each.
Virginia football. The whole state of Virginia is back, right?
It's so back.
Yeah.
3:30, coincidentally, what time I'll be tuned in to the CW about halftime.
Yeah.
To see. All right, my third and final pick. I love this one because we got a head-to-head with Locks and I. UCL. No, that's not it.
Yeah.
Is it UCLA?
Yeah.
It was a toss-up for me between this game and the Clemson game. As I said, Clemson, I was waiting for it. Beef and I were going back and forth. I think he was waiting for it to get to 9.5. I was waiting for it to get to 10.5. Never budged an inch. Then I thought, I don't want to bet against Clemson. It's going to be sad enough to watch the game. So let me go out here and pick on Dion. Here's the thing that made me decide on this. 61% of the bets are on Colorado. I should be scared, right? No, sir. 82% of the money is on UCLA, which tells me the people with the big dollars who know what they're doing is betting on are betting on UCLA. UCLA minus 17. He was all kinds of criticized for playing Travis Hunter 100 plays on both ways and a loss. We'll see how many he played after whatever he had, a kidney injury or whatever. So I don't think Travis Hunter plays as much, and I think UCLA has a decent defense, better than TCU, which let Colorado score a whole bunch of points. I expect UCLA to win for it. I got to tell you how much. What did I say? Locks minus 111. It is minus 1. I don't know what it is.
Sure. Sounds great.
How much?
Do minus 115 because that's what you got. I know it's not the same, but I'll go with it. So I'm going to go 1,150 Sluggo bucks.
Oh!
Sir, I'm
I'm
confident.
feeling good about that one.
Man.
Hey, I'm getting the big people are with me, but that's a lot. 17 points is a lot. So, Locks, I think I know what the third pick is, but
Yeah.
tell us why I'm not going to win.
I mean, I don't know. I've got to looking at it now. I'm like completely baffled. UCLA allows only 2.2 yards rushing per carry. So that's pretty strong. So that means that Shador Sanders is going to be throwing the ball. Marty, there's a hot prize pick over for you for Saturday. Just giving out pearls. Colorado's 2-1 against the spread as an underdog with spreads of 20 points or more. So they're kind of right in that region at 17. I just feel like, weren't they off last week too, or did they play? No, I don't know. I just feel like that. I feel like Deion's just gonna. They might win the game. I mean, I seriously thought about taking this on money line. Put me down for 11.50.
This dude's making a roll right here.
Wait a second. You think they're going to win outright?
Sure.
That's what he said.
Okay. 11.50.
They're going to at least lose by 16.
One of us is out. It's most likely me because you got 17.
I got over $9,000. We're good. We're trying to make moves over here on this side of the screen.
Yes, but if you take away, let's see, you bet 650, 1,000, and 1150. That's
those are winners.
You got $2,800 on the line here.
I mean, it's not real.
What?
Then why do you get so pissed off about it?
We're making moves, guys. Come on.
All right.
I'm not going to be on the show next week. I'll bet $250 per one. But I'll be back again.
Ooh. I wonder if there's a Monday night game I can bet on next week.
All right. Sure there is.
Here's the recap.
Hold on, folks. Hold on.
I mean, this happens all the time.
Hey,
I didn't even do my little shtick. My shtick. No one goes to SHI Stadium.
Well,
because there's no game this weekend.
So nobody will be there.
No.
So you forget. It's weird for you to go last because you're used to being in last place. It's weird for me to have you.
I know. Locks is usually the winner, so he's always going last. I get it.
Coming for you.
All right, Beef, your third and final pick. Sorry, Beef.
No one goes into Cardinal Stadium.
Cardinal.
I know. Is that
Papa
did I do
John's?
that
I
right?
don't even know. Who are they playing?
I was going to call it Papa John Stadium, but then I looked it up and it
that's what it
says
was.
Cardinal Stadium. So I think they renamed it after Papa John's indiscretions in the past. But
whoops.
I have Duke +4 this weekend, probably without Riley Leonard. And again, this is one of those bets that I hate, but I really like Duke. I don't know why. I just think Elko's good. I think even the backup quarterback couldn't really play with Florida State. Florida State scored a lot of points, so this comment's not going to make sense. I really like Duke's defense. They're ball hawks. They're all around the team. Like I just like watching this Duke team, and that sounds so funny to say when I'm not even talking basketball. I'm talking football.
Right.
Louisville's a very good team with Jack Plummer at the quarterback and Braum as the head coach. Like, this is a really good Louisville team. Their defense is really good too. They're probably going to go to the ACC championship game against Florida State. I'm still picking Duke +4. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason with any of the three picks. That you know what? It's gone. Duke +4, 330.
I already plugged the 330 in. See, I'm catching up.
I hate it. Well, the 999 really messed up my bets this week. You guys are going big. I'm like doing the Marty Nickel bet again.
This is my week. This is my week to surge.
This is the one of the 9.
This is it. This is it.
To recap, I'm 1-0 on the week. I took Liberty last night. Locke side-eyed me to death over the phone, but I don't care. Brought home 709.74. I took Fresno State -8.5, -106 for 636. And I took UCLA -17 for 1,150, and that was -115. Locks, took Georgia minus 14.5, minus 109 for 650 sluggo bucks. USC without the coach, I think that was locks. USC without their coach, minus 11, minus 111. A lot of ones there for 1,000 sluggo bucks. He took the opposite of me, Colorado plus 17, minus 115 for 1,150 sluggo bucks. And that's it. I'm just joking, Beef. Casey the Beef Cregan, first place, Casey the Beef Cregan, 15-8-1. See if I can jinx him. Clemson, minus 10,
15,
minus
11,
110. 50, now you messed me up. Clemson, minus 10, minus 110, 330 sluggo bucks over NC State. Duke, plus 4, minus 110, 330 sluggo bucks over Louisville. Virginia, plus 19. Can the Cavs do it? Minus 110, plus 19 over Miami for 330 sluggo bucks. Guys, we can't go 8-0 either. We can't go 9-0, but we can go 8-1. And I hope we do, because
now couldn't we get a clown face if UCLA wins by 17?
Yeah, but we'd be 7-0-2. That's a double clown face.
A leader in ties. I mean that gets a some type of hat.
And Clemson wins by 10. There's a third one.
That if we got a double clown face on the same game, Clemson won by 10. There's some potential with these numbers out here to be
They're pretty straight numbers, yeah.
There's a lot of clown faces, and some of them might not even involve ties.
Yeah. There's 3 on the screen right now.
Just the best. All right, Beef. Please, Beef, get us out of here, man.
Thanks to everyone in the Seldom News Reserve College Football Discussing Facebook group, Uncle John McGee, as always, everyone on the Sluggo podcast, and each and every one of you who listens, likes, shares, and participates. On behalf of Zach Locks Parker, Marty, Seldom News Reserve Coleman, thanks so much for listening. I'm Casey the Beef Cregan. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right here next week on Sluggo. Who knows where I'll be.
Enjoy Dirty Myrtle.
Don't think you could have done any worse if you tried.
I take that as a victory.
These guys.
I think we're done here.